Hello everyone, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. As you can see today, we're flying the brand new FENIX A320 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've done a couple full flights in this aircraft, and so far they've all been pretty good. I've noticed some performance issues along the way on some of those flights where I do get lower FPS as I'm landing into my arrival airport. But otherwise, this is an amazing aircraft that we have in store for us. I was watching a couple V1 simulation streams, and he said this aircraft is probably the closest thing to the real life aircraft that he's flown in a simulator. So we definitely have a very high detail and high quality aircraft, and it's only $50, which is pretty insane. The texturing on the aircraft is really nice. This is probably the only dirty textured aircraft that we have in Microsoft Flight Simulator that has the exterior dirty and the cockpit with dirty textures. The sounds are pretty good on the aircraft as well. I do think the engine sounds can be improved a little bit when it comes to startup and the volume of them. But otherwise, everything on the aircraft is really great, and you get a lot of value out of the money that you spend on this aircraft. Today we're going to be going from San Francisco down to San Jose del Cabo in Mexico. This is about a 2-hour and 45-minute flight down to Mexico. So it should be pretty fun. Aircraft is cold and dark at the gates. You can hear the fan blades spitting. This aircraft just got back from a flight. But yeah, let's go ahead and get in the flight deck and power the aircraft on for our departure down to San Jose del Cabo. Alright, welcome to the flight deck of the A320. We have external power connected to the aircraft currently. Let's go ahead and get battery 1 and 2 powered on. And we can connect our external power. You can see the screen starting to come alive there. We don't need any overhead. It's going to be light out in about 10 to 15 minutes. We can go ahead and arm our emergency exit lights. Seatbelt signs can come on. Nav and logo lights. Crew oxygen supply. And our fuel pumps. And our deers can go to nav. You can see up close some of these textures are nice. You can see they're a bit worn out, which is how it should be on an older A320 like this. You can see down here as well. If you do see a lot of cuts, just bear with me. The EFB does give me some frame drops here and there, so if you see any cuts, that's probably why. So this EFB has multiple apps for your departure, arrival, and ground services and all that extra stuff that you need. It's pretty high tech and organized, so we can actually import our SimBrief flight plan into here just with the click of a button. And here we have SFO to San Jose del Cabo. We can pull up our METAR for the arrival and departing airports. And we also have our flight plan with the map, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's go to the mass and balance page. All of our weights have been pulled from SimBrief, our fuel, payload, and then we have 138 passengers flying with us today. So all we have to do is hit load aircraft and do fast time, and aircraft will start to load up. You can actually even pull up the list of the passengers flying with us today, which is pretty cool. Alright, we are down here at the MCDU of the aircraft. Select our system and we can clear all these out. If we head over to the init page, since we do have SimBrief integration, all we have to do is hit request init, and our flight plan will load up into here. Alright, we're done with this app. If we go to our departure perf app, alright, you can see here we have a calculator here that calculates all the speeds that we need. So we have our departure runway in this condition, and then we could sync our load sheet here and sync the live weather and hit calculate, and that should bring up our V speeds today. So for V1 we have 133, VR we have 133, and V2 is going to be 137. We are departing with flaps 1 and a flex temperature of 54 degrees. Alright, for V1 and VR, we have 133. V2 is 137. And then flaps 1 / up 0.2 with a flex temperature of 54 degrees. Let me double check that. Alright, yeah, so our flex temperature is correct. We are done with the MCDU pre-flight. I'm going to go ahead and do a walk around of the aircraft, and then inspect for any damage or leaks. And before we do that, I'm actually fire on the APU. Alright, let's go ahead and hit on the master switch, and we have to go down here and wait for the flap to open for the APU. Let that screen pop up. Give that about 5 to 10 seconds. Alright, flap is open. Go ahead and hit start. Altimeter for today is 2978. Just going to enter that here. And we have cruise altitude of flight level 350. Which looks good there. And I'm going to head outside and do the walk around of the aircraft. This aircraft actually comes with the whole entire cabin as well, which is pretty cool. It's pretty good for wing views as well. Alright, we can get the APU bleed on. I actually learned that you're supposed to wait 3 minutes after start to turn on the APU bleed so you don't let any fumes into the cabin. So I can come on now, and we don't need external power. Beacon light is going to come on as well. We're going to get the tug connected for pushback. Alright, we're ready for push. Parking brake is going to get disconnected. And we can start our pushback. See the sun is starting to rise here. Alright, pushback is straightening out here. We're gonna stop it here. And we can set our parking brake. Alright, we are good to start our engines. Engine mode selector is going to go to start. And we can start engine 2. Alright, we have a good start on engine 2. Let's start engine 1. Alright, engine mode selector is going to go back to norm. We're going to arm our ground spoilers. Auto brake is max. Right, let's go ahead and set flaps 1 for takeoff. Okay, we're ready for taxi. Let's add some power. Looks like we're on Bravo here. We're gonna continue on and then make a slight right down to runway 01 left. I like how they modeled the taxiing on this aircraft. It definitely takes some power to get it moving, especially when you have a lot of fuel. Looks like we're going to join on Foxtrot here. Get our lights on. And we're going to take Mic 1 onto the runway. Alright, we're lining up here. Go ahead and get the TCAS on as well. Alright, we're just gonna do a rolling takeoff here. Flaps are set, auto brake is RTO. Ground spoilers are armed, and all of our lights are on. Cabin has been advised. Let's bring up the throttles. Manflex SRS, auto thrust is blue. Some forward stick pressure. Positive rate of climb, gear can come up. Start our left turn. I'm gonna go ahead and already engage autopilot so I can get some shots for you guys. Downtown San Francisco off of our nose, as well as the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge. This is one of my favorite departures out of SFO. Very scenic. Alright, we're climbing up pretty fast here. We're almost up to 10,000 feet. Just making that turn toward the south. You can see SFO down there. And that marine layer coming into the bay. Alright, we're gonna hold 10,000 until this turn. Go ahead and get our lights off. Looks good. And I'm going to disarm the seatbelt signs when we make that turn here. Ground spoilers can go back to normal. And everything is looking good on our departure here. that turn. It looks pretty smooth so far, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs. Alright, we have reached our cruising altitude of flight level 350. I'm going to check back in with you guys when we are nearing our top of descent. But enjoy the montage that I'm going to put in. Alright, let's go ahead and enter in our destination data here. On the birth page, QNH for our arrival is going to be 2982. Temperature in Cabo is 23 degrees Celsius. And our winds are 30 at 4. Transition flight level is flight level 185. The approach speed is 137. Alright, we are almost at our top of descent. Let's go ahead and set our initial descent altitude of flight level 224. Should be hitting that any second now. And as you can see, we're on the coast of Baja, California right now. Alright, we are at our top of descent. Let's go ahead and engage that altitude. And we are heading down to Mexico. Alright, we've hit our initial descent. Gonna wait till we make that turn before we engage next altitude. We can see the coast over there, off to our right. And we're gonna do auto brake medium today. Alright, we need to switch off of standard pressure, and 29 or 82 is our altimeter. Set that on all these here. And as you can see, we're gonna kind of fly over the airport here and then make a right onto final and land on runway 34 to Cabo. And I'm gonna go ahead and get our seatbelt signs on so everybody can return back to their seats. Landing. We get our lights on as well. Should expect it to get pretty bumpy as we descend to Cabo because of these mountains here. And we should be flying right over these mountains. We definitely should be slowing down some more here. Don't know why we're going so fast. Set 200 here. Speed brake out. We're gonna get down to 4,000 here. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate the approach phase. We're gonna slow up to 190 and get flaps 1 in. We're about to circle around in a second here. Set our V burst speed to 140. I have 2,000 set here. 2,600. Go ahead and get configured here. Flaps 2. Alright, I have the airport in sight. You can see some of the houses on the coast here. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna get down to 150 on the speed. I do see the airport, and we're gonna go down to 140 final approach speed. Flaps are gonna go to full. And we're gonna maintain the speed. Alert the cabin one more time. Passing right over these houses. Alright, spoilers are armed, flaps are full. Auto brake is medium. All of our lights are on, cabin has been advised. I'm gonna go ahead and take over my aircraft. Go ahead and drop the gears.
$2,500.
It's a bit windy with all these mountains here and the uneven air. Just get a bit lower here. We are stable on our approach. Speed is looking good. I'll go ahead and continue to descend here. Go ahead and take over on the auto throttles as well.
$1,000.
Don't see any poppy lights.
Speed, speed, speed. $500. $100. 50. 40. 20. Retard. 500 above.
Alright, we are down. Reverse is green. And we can start the reversers. Manual braking. And we're going to take this exit here. We did flare a little bit on the landing there. Floated out, I mean. But it was overall a good landing. I think we're gonna take one of these gates over here. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up the aircraft. Lights can come off. This can go back to taxi. Wing lights, strobe are going to go off as well. We're going to go ahead and fire up the APU. TCAS is going to go to standby. Flaps can come up as well. Alright, we're going to take this right here. If we can come on, and we're going to turn off our taxi lights. Alright, that'll be good right there. Parking brake is set. APU is on, as well as APU bleed. Go ahead and shut down our engines. And beacon light can come off as well. Alright, that'll be it for this flight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing a lot more FENIX Sim